Last week was one heck of a baptism of fire. But we have just over 2 weeks until the first 5k race, which means we have 2 more opportunities to get 2 more fast sessions done like this. I did it again. What? And on the cards today, we have 5 sets of 200, 200, 400 and repeat. The first 200 has 45 seconds easy jog recovery. The second 200 has 90 seconds. That's nice, isn't it? Then we have a 400 meter repeat with just 45 seconds recovery after that. It's a tough one. I'll explain why. So why is this one tough? Well, it's where the longer recovery comes into play. So if you think about it, we're going to actually have a recovery after rep 2, 5, 8, 11, aren't we? So effectively what happens, and I've done this workout twice before and I remember it being absolutely brutal. You get the first 200 done, standard 45 seconds, that's okay. You get the second one done, 90 seconds, you think, oh, this is easy. You then get the 400 done pretty darn quickly, and then you've only got 45 seconds to turn that around and go into a 200, and then only have 45 seconds to go into another 200 before you then have the rest. So you look at the 90 seconds after the second 200 as a rest between sets, except that doesn't logically come at the end of the set, because the set technically is 200, 200, 400. So it kind of messes with your head a little bit. And so we're back out here today in Linear Park. It worked well for me last week. It's going to work well again this week. In fact, it's drying up a little bit more. We're getting a little bit less mud and a little bit more dry. So this is going to be good today, hopefully. The industrial estate, as I said, which is just over there, is going to be too busy this morning, so we're going to be out here utilizing this once again in the Adidas 9. And I'm massively overdressed and ready for the pain. Well, at least I think I am. So the goal this week is to not do what I did last week, which of course halfway through the 400s was to drop a stupidly quick rep, which then made the second half of the workout a lot quicker. As I mentioned last week, it takes a while to get back into this sort of stuff, and I'm excited to hopefully get it under control and start to feel like it's something that I can not enjoy, but something that I can do without feeling like I'm going to die a horrible death at the end of. I'm going to go and set the camera up in the middle like we did last week, put that on. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to start down here, go 200 and then 200 back here and then 400 up there. From there on, we'll do the jog up that way and then we'll spin, and we'll do from there for the final 4 sets, 200, 200 this way, 400 back that way, and repeat 200, 200, 400 back up that way. Let's get on with this. Drills and strides first. Here we go then. Right, drills and strides done. Going to start back here and get this going. 200, 200, 400, repeat times 5. Oh, here we go. First rep. Five, 4, 2. Here we go, first 400. Ah, 72. That is a better start. No rest for the wicked though. 5 seconds turn. Oh, straight into a 200. So they were like 32 or 33 each, so that's good. Now the 90-second recovery and into the 400, and that'll wrap up set 2. 5, 4, 3, 1. I did it again. What a 67. When will I learn? I think they were 34s. They paid the price for that fast 400. Let's take a breather before we get this third 400 done. Oh, I'm so not ready for this. 10 seconds. Come on, calm start. Okay, camera stopped working, so the next 400 will be the end of the fourth set. I think we did like a 72 and then some 35s. It's really paid its price. Come back to bite me. I told you it would. What an idiot. Let's get this next 400 done and see what we can do. Fan-bloody-tastic. Shame the camera stopped working now. I do apologise. Not quite sure what happened. It was fully charged. I did connect it to the Insta360 this morning as well, so whether that took extra battery out of it, I don't know. But either way, we got all those done, and I'm pleased to say, as you would have seen on screen, all of those reps, those 400 reps, bar the first one, where we aired on the side of caution a little bit, were 68, 69 seconds. I thought I cooked it in that second one. Clearly not. It got harder. Don't get me wrong, just like last week, the effort level escalated massively after I logged that one, but to be fair, I held it and it was brutal, it was hard, but the difference was this week was just that controlled start on the first set. After that, I was just about able to hang on and absolutely buzzing with that. So there we go, how about that? I genuinely thought I'd overcooked it, and once again, as I said in week one, and I'll say it again this week, effort levels went up after that one. I kind of get this thing where I warm up into it and then I feel like I'm locked in, and I ended up pushing just a little bit too hard. But it seemed to be a case of, because I held back a little bit in that first set, it just meant that even though I did overcook that second 400, it meant that I still just about had enough for the final 3 sets. And I take great encouragement from that, especially with the 68 400s. I know the 200s are kind of a bit hit and miss. They were in and around, some of them, the same pace of what the 400s were. And the ideal world is that the 200s should be a little bit quicker. But overall, I think it's just a case of I've got to look at that and go, I've just got like 3 miles worth of work or 2.5 miles worth of work done. All of it sub 450 per mile pace. I don't think any rep was slower than that. So that's really encouraging. This is all the faster than 5K work that I'm looking to get done. These workouts don't need to be huge. They're just enough for me to budge that ceiling up, and then hopefully all the supporting work that I'm doing around the outside is going to bring everything else up with it. But we must be patient. I felt so much more relaxed today. Really happy with that one. And you lot are going to begin to think I'm a bit of an Adidas rep at the moment, because it seems to be all I'm wearing. It's a really nice change, and I really do feel like it's the year of Adidas right now. These Adios 9s are absolutely stupendous for these workouts. Yes, my legs feel it a bit more now, but I can't stress enough, for someone that's been running over 10 years now, and touch wood, oh God, I need to touch wood when I say this, but I've been injury free for over 3 years now, and I feel like I'm quite a robust runner. I find that doing workouts in these type of shoes makes such a difference in the long term. You just actually use the muscles that you're meant to be using. Don't forget, a lot of these shoes that have carbon plates in them and maybe massive stack heights can sometimes distort our biomechanics, not necessarily use our muscles in the way they're meant to. Don't forget, when you're rolling through the gait cycle, you're kind of meant to realistically like land on the outside of our foot, go through all of the toes and then push off on the big toe. That doesn't happen when we're using plated shoes, because our feet are in a spoon shape, because that's what most carbon plates are set up like. That's why I find the rods in the Adidas shoe are a lot better. It's a bit more natural, and they kind of flex with each foot strike and each motion. So I do recommend those more so, but I honestly can't recommend enough. These shoes are absolutely fantastic. And so if you saw the last video, you know that I've entered entered myself into 2 elite races, one this weekend actually, so when I'm recording this, 5 days out, but when you see this it'll be 3 days out I believe, and so that's going to be exciting. That's the Pulford 10k. Of course I'm not training for a 10k at the moment, this is just a chance for me to go up there and have a bit of a free hit. As for the next one, of course that's Battersea Park, but the first opener is at Hereford on Wednesday the 2nd of April, so I feel like I'm getting myself into a good position where I can go to Hereford, draw a good line in the sand and really go and give it a good crack at Battersea. So what's the rest of the week going to look like? Well, nothing exciting to be honest with you. I'll do an easy double later today. I'll probably rest on tomorrow, Wednesday, and then I'll probably try and do another double on Thursday, but that will be more of an easy steady double, so probably steady in the morning with some 5 by 30 seconds or 6 by 30 second injections of pace in there, and then easy in the evening, easy Friday, probably an easy shakeout on Saturday as well when I get up to Pulford after all that driving, and then we'll give the race a good crack on Sunday. So let's wrap this week up in style. Very excited for this weekend, can't wait to see some of you up there and can't wait to get more of these. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I can't wait to get more of these workouts under my belt. I honestly hate these speed workouts more than anything else. It is exposing my weakness. I'm very proud of the times that I'm running, very proud of how I'm doing the sessions, but honestly, deep down, they are my least favorite. But I know that I've got to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. I've got to put myself in this situation that helps elevate my speed, because otherwise those 10k and 5k times are just never going to come down, and that will obviously have a trickle-on effect as we go up to the half marathon and marathon. So that's it for today, guys. If you missed last week's video, I'll make sure I leave a link to the suffering of that one up there, and if you want to see the weekend's long run with a bit of tempo in it, I'll leave that one down there, and I'll see you guys over on one of those.